Hello, everybody. This is Nathan. This is my take, and it is Super Bowl Sunday, and we're gearing up for the Patriots versus the Seahawks. Now, first of all, I want to say that the NFL isn't really my thing, and there's a host of reasons why I don't get to watch the NFL regularly. One, because my Saturdays are taken up entirely by college football. My Sundays are usually there to run errands or go out and do something fun besides watching football. That's the main reason. Reason number two, I don't really have a team. I guess if you were to put a gun to my head and ask me what team was mine, I'd say the Packers. But that's only because for years I rooted for them because Brett Favre was always my favorite player. So now that he's gone, I don't really have a favorite team. So anyway, let's talk about a little bit of playoff controversy before I get to who I think is going to win the Super Bowl. And it's been a year of crazy controversy in the NFL playoffs. First, we have Ndamukong Suh being suspended and then being reinstated for the game against the Dallas Cowboys. And I thought that was a good call. I know Ndamukong Suh has a history of being a dirty player and stomping on people's legs. I'm not here to argue that. He has. He's stomped people's leg before, and that in and of itself means he deserves to be called a dirty player. But the stomp that he got suspended for, if you watch it, no other player in the league gets suspended for that. But because Ndamukong Suh is who he is, he got the suspension. Now, and I don't think that's right. I think you have to look at each transgression as if it occurs in a vacuum. You know, just look at it as if it's a faceless player who you know nothing about. Does the action deserve a suspension? And I don't think it did. I don't think it did at all. So, Ndamukong Suh being reinstated was the right call. And then, in the very first game that he plays in the playoffs, the Lions get screwed by picking up a flag on a pass interference. Complete bull crap. That was a pass interference. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it was a bad call. And they got screwed over to it. Now, to the Cowboys' defense, that call did not lose the Lions the game. The Lions went on to fall to pieces. That's like blaming that one. That's like Cubs fans blaming that one fan that reached over the stands and knocked a foul ball out of the hands of their outfielder. That's like Cubs fans blaming that dude for losing the World Series. That didn't lose them the game. The Lions had every chance in the world to win the game after that, and they couldn't do it. So that was all on them. Then karma hits the Cowboys the very next week when a Dez Bryant catch is ruled a non-catch. And this one I'm going to side with the refs on. Look, the rule may be bad. The rule may be bad. It's a bad rule. That's a catch to anybody in the world except for the NFL. But the rules are the way they are. The rules are the rules, and everyone has to abide by them. You can't simply say, oh, bad rule, boo, you should rule it a catch. No, if the rules say that's not a catch, it's not a catch, period. So you can go back in the offseason and try to get that rule changed all you want, but according to the rules that this game is played by, that was not a catch. So the Cowboys have nothing to cry about, as far as I'm concerned. They screwed up. They were the benefactors of a bad call the week before, and they were screwed by a good call a week later. So you know what? Cowboy fans never had a right to cry over that. Then the very next week, oh my goodness, the Packers and the Seahawks, and the Packers completely fell to pieces at the end of that game. No controversy there. It was a fair win for the Seahawks, but it's just kind of funny when you think about it. First, the Detroit Lions get screwed by the Cowboys. Then the Cowboys get screwed against the Packers. Then the Packers fall apart and lose at the very end against the Seahawks. So I guess being the benefactor of iffy calls and controversies didn't really help anybody out, I guess. So can we expect the Seahawks to lose today? No, because they won fair and square. There's no controversy there. So we'll have to see. So, on to the Super Bowl. Patriots and Seahawks. Who am I rooting for? Oh, wait, I forgot Deflategate. And I wish the whole world would forget about this nonsense. Look, I understand why it's a story. All right, people hate the Patriots. Everyone does. We all know this. From day one, nobody liked the Patriots, and everyone still has PTSD from freaking Spygate. And everyone keeps bringing that nonsense up as if Spygate let the Patriots go undefeated that year until losing in the Super Bowl. Such nonsense like that. But as far as Deflategate go, yeah, I get it. If they broke the rules, and if it is established that they broke the rules and proven that they broke the rules, they need to be punished and punished severely. Why? Because you can't thumb your nose at the NFL and the rules and expect to get away with it. Now, I understand that people are saying, oh, it's just a big deal because it's the Patriots. No, it's a big deal because a team broke the rules. Regardless of how much or how little that benefited them, they still broke the rules. And they would have only broken the rules if they thought at the time it would give them a competitive advantage. It didn't. They played better in the second half when the balls were properly inflated than they did in the first half when they were deflated. So it didn't help them at all, but the fact that they even tried it means that they should be punished. And I don't think for a second that Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, one of those two, didn't know what was going on, especially Tom Brady. He doesn't know that his footballs are deflated. He didn't know? You're telling me that a wayward equipment manager just decided on his own for no reason without prompting to deflate the footballs? Yeah, right. I mean, if you believe that, there's some people in Alaska who will try to sell you snow. Tom Brady knew. He handles the footballs on every single offensive play. You're telling me that he didn't know? Bull crap. All right. Now to the actual game. Who wins? It's a close one. Nobody likes either of these two teams. No one wants the Cheatriots to win. And those blowhards over the Seahawks, no one likes them either. I'm going to go with the team I thought was going to win all playoff long, the New England Patriots. I'm not really rooting for either team, but I think that the Patriots are going to win. They have the better offense. They have the better QB. Gronkowski is a beast. And considering the way Russell Wilson played against that Green Bay defense, what's he going to do against a New England defense? I know this is a different week, different team, and they had 2 weeks to get ready. But something tells me that the Patriots are going to win this, but it's going to be an amazing football game. I can't wait. And I can't wait for the commercials. I spent the last 5 years overseas in the military, and you don't get Super Bowl commercials when you're watching the Super Bowl overseas. Either you get freaking, when I was in England, they played it, but they had British commercials, and they didn't have any special funny commercials for the Super Bowl. Or you watch it on the Armed Forces Network, which is bullcrap when it comes to commercials because they don't play any real commercials. It's all public service announcements. So I'm really looking forward to this Super Bowl. First Super Bowl back in the States. I'm going to love it. I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you guys too. And that's it for me. I got the Patriots. I'm not going to give a score because if I give a score, I'm just going to be wrong. All right, it'll just be a guess, a wild guess. But it's going to be low scoring, I think. It's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be extremely fun. All right, so I'm off to watch the Super Bowl. You all have a good one.